Dunia sob logore Kohima de Saturday the International Day of Sign Languages manashe Old NST Park in Kohima town pra. It even laga theme a world where deaf people everywhere can sign anywhere takishe. Special guest Tietunor Nakro kun State Commissioner for People with Disabilities ase tai pra kushi ki disabled huado eku sorom khota nai aro sign language to khali hunibole napara manu ekla nimidi nohoy holibi sob manu karni ase kushi.
Sometimes I wake up at night wondering what I will be. Will I be an achiever? Will I succeed? Will I be a failure? But then I remember I am me, and that's what matters the most. There are around 300 different sign language in the world. Sign language is a non-verbal language which helps the deaf community to communicate through hand gestures, body movements, facial expressions, etc.
Today, as a sign of saying them, yes, we respect and we support them. Let us all do a sign off to this team. So first I'll do it, and after that let's all learn together. So it is a world where deaf people everywhere can sign anywhere. Where deaf people everywhere can sign anywhere. Okay.
I didn't know that I felt so hard. Then my feet left the ground. And gravity don't make no sense when you're around.
It's really a beautiful day and a beautiful opportunity for all of us to come together to learn something about sign language, to learn about communicating with one another in a better way. And we have already learned a lot about sign language I learned about sign language already from the earlier speakers. Sign language is such an incredible and often overlooked form of communication that bridges gaps, as already mentioned by our deaf friends earlier. It transcends boundaries and empowers individuals in unique ways. Imagine a world, let us all imagine a world where language knows no barriers, where the rich and expressive language of sign can be used freely and without hindrance in every corner of our globe. This is a world where deaf and hard of hearing individuals can communicate effortlessly, where their voices can be heard and their stories can be told. Here in our state, where we still have a lot of work to do in the disability sector in general, the need for sign language education and the need for the use of sign language is still very poorly understood. In fact, there is still so much misunderstanding and misconceptions and even shame about having a disability. Disability is just a part of the human diversity. We are all made differently. We all have different abilities. So why is it shameful to have a disability? Why is it shameful to be a disabled person? Why are parents and families hiding or keeping their family members who have disability, in secret, keeping it a secret? Disability is nothing to be ashamed about. It is nothing wrong. It is, just because you have a disability does not make you a lesser person. It does not make you a second-class citizen. We are all equal. We all have different abilities, and so there is nothing shameful about being disabled. This is the message that I want to put out to everyone today. And being deaf since we are talking about sign languages today, about the deaf community. Being deaf does not mean that you have to live in isolation, that you have to be cut off from the rest of the world. We have this amazing language. It is such an amazing language whereby people of all hearing abilities can communicate. You know, it's not only about the deaf or hard of hearing. You know, we are talking everyone, whatever your hearing ability. Maybe you can hear, maybe you can't hear. But once you learn this amazing language of sign, you can communicate with one another. Nobody has to live in a world where you cannot get the right information, where you cannot talk with anyone, where you're made fun of because you cannot understand other people, or families find it difficult to talk to one another with their disabled family members. You know, it is such an amazing, I keep on repeating this, but sign language is it's such a amazing language that we all have to pay attention to, we all have to learn. So we cannot keep on ignoring this language. We need to ensure that sign language is taught in the schools, in our classrooms. That is the first thing. It must be taught in schools and in classrooms. But it is not only about the classroom, it is not only about teaching it in getting sign language education in schools, in the classrooms. We need to embrace it in all aspects of society, from schools and workplaces to public spaces of all kinds, to all various kinds of public events and media. Sign language should be readily available, accessible, and integrated into our daily lives.